Hello everyone. In this video, we will talk about what actually stop loss hunting is. Many people think that it is only done to take out the retail traders and it is viewed as a very bad thing. But I want to clarify what it actually is and how it works. Now, basically, the thing is that for us, retail traders, small traders, it is very easy to get our order filled. For example, if you want to buy Bank Nifty futures or any other thing, how many lots we're gonna buy? Like mostly retail traders won't go above like 10, 50. I mean, even like beginners will have like trade in few, two, three lots, and like medium size retail traders would trade in 10 lots, 50 lots, not more than that. But the problem is the big banks or the mutual funds who actually have a big impact on the market. They want to have a lot of quantity. They want huge quantities, 1,000 lots, or I don't know the exact number. So it is very difficult for them to get their orders filled. For example, if I want to buy, let's say, 10,000 lots of Bank Nifty, and so I can't go and on the broker website and click buy, because if I do that, the price is gonna spike instantly, and my buying average will be very very bad. So how they actually do is what they actually do, the big banks or whatever you want to call them, they try to find where the most amount of orders are sitting. That's where it is easy for them to get their orders filled. And these areas are usually found where there are a lot of stop loss orders are sitting. So what we usually see is that market will develop a range or a consolidation. For example, let's say we had an uptrend, then we get a consolidation. The market is bouncing up and down, creating support and resistance. Now what happens is the people who are selling at the top are placing, uh, let's say the market is doing something like this. There was an uptrend, then we had a down move, up move, a down move, something like this, then up. Let's say someone is selling at the resistance and the market starts coming down. What he will do is he will place his stop loss order just above this high. Now what happens is everyone is doing the same thing, and as soon as the market starts going down, there are even more stop loss orders are present here. Now the big banks sees or the big institutions see this as a very good opportunity to fill their orders. So what they do is they take the market higher and they liquidate all these positions, which helps them getting their positions filled. That's why stop loss hunting takes place, because there are a lot of orders at that place and it is easier for the big institutions to get their orders filled. That's why such things take place. Now I can show you a few examples. For example, this is Bank Nifty, and as you can see, this is a daily chart. Just want to show you an example. There is a very good support level developing here, and there was a resistance as well at the upper side. Now what happened is, let's say someone bought at this support and the market starts going up. Now why did this take place, this downside move? This happened because there are possibly so many sell orders at these lower areas that the market decided to come down, buy all those sell orders, and then take the market upside. So this is a reason that if the market finds too many stop loss orders at one place, it usually comes, hit them, and then reverses. This is very common because the big banks want to fill their orders. Now example of Bharti Airtel. Now here what is happening is that the market is developing. This is a live example. I'm not gonna show you some historical example. Now what is happening is that the market is developing a very good support right around here. This is a very good support level and we are bouncing multiple times from here. And now what is happening is that we are getting a breakout. Some people will draw a trend line like this, which is not wrong, and then we are getting a breakout. But now the problem is that everyone is watching this breakout. I mean, we are not the only smart people that we can only see this breakout, and a lot of other people are seeing this breakout. Now what's going to happen is there are a lot of, as soon as it starts moving a little higher, a lot of stop loss orders will be being started to get placed here because it is just below the support levels. Now the market will see this, they're going to turn the stock, come down, take all the stop loss orders and then go up or even continue down. But the thing is, wherever there are a lot of orders starts getting placed, the market is going to turn to take all those orders. So you have to be careful in such scenarios where there is an obvious support and resistance level and there are going to be a lot of stop loss orders going to be placed there. Now for Reliance, I have as soon as this breakout started, a lot of people got excited, but I was pretty sure that we're gonna reverse. Now what is the reason is that everyone sees this as a breakout and the stop loss orders starts piling to the downside. That's why the market comes down. And here as well, as you can see that this was a obvious support level and then we had a good breakout. What happened? As soon as the market starts to see a lot of stop loss being placed here, it comes down and then goes up. So it happens all the time and we have to be looking for such levels that where these stop loss are going to be placed. Now this doesn't mean that we start short selling here. This is just to give an idea that such things, this is the reason why stop loss orders gets triggered, because the market see a lot of orders, pending orders there, and it is easy to get liquidity there. In ITC, this is a live example that I'm going to show you. Now what the stock has done, it has developed this very strong support. I think it has bounced from this particular support at least 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I mean multiple times. Now it is showing you as a breakout, which in itself is a very weak breakout. Most likely, even if it continues higher, there will be a lot of stop loss orders will be placed here in these areas. Someone will place it close. Someone will place a stop loss order a little further. Now, most likely what's going to happen, this is a live case, that we are going to, even if we want to go up, first we will come, take out all these orders and then go up. This is the most likely scenario. This is not a shorting trade that we should start short selling here, expecting it to go down. But we have to be aware of this situation if we are going long here. The stock is most likely going to take a turn here and take out all this liquidity, come down and then go up most likely, or even go down further before going up. Now, Indiabulls Housing Finance, this I already showed to my viewers in Telegram and other places. So what I showed that when I was talking about this share, it was right here before the 14th July open. So only this much area was visible to us when I posted my chart. So we were right here and the market closed on 13th July. Now what happens is that everyone is able to see this as a breakout. Everyone can see this, and the market starts going up. Now what happens is that as soon as it starts going up, a lot of stop loss orders will start getting put right here, and then even more at the lower levels. So I showed a chart that even if the stock wants to go higher, it will first come down, take out all this stop loss, and then starts moving up. So this is a very typical scenario in which what is the reason behind the stop loss hunting. It's not because they want to get retailers out of the trend. It's because they want their orders to be filled. And we saw that as we start getting a breakout, a lot of stop loss orders starts piling here, and then the market comes down, take all these orders, and then reverses. Now Tata Steel, I'm going to go on a 1 minute chart, on an intraday chart, and show how it works. I was looking at this chart yesterday to show as an example. Now it opened right here, and the stock was up almost 2% at the high and closed at around 1.79%. If you see here, I want to show you two places where I think the stop loss orders got executed. First place is right here. This is a good triangle setup, uptrend, a breakout. Now the problem is that as soon as this breakout starts happening, a lot of stop loss orders will be placed just below this low. And then what happened? The stock turned, come down, take all the stop losses, and then goes up again. And then again, it happened twice. We see this range. We get a breakout which is also above this high. And then again, we'll be having a lot of stop loss orders placed below this low. The stock comes down and then continues higher. So we have to be careful about all this. Whenever there is an obvious support and resistance, let's say there is an obvious support and obvious resistance, the market is giving a breakout, be careful. If the lot of stop loss orders starts happening, it will be a U-turn, take out the stop loss, and then reverse. So I hope everything is clear in this video, and if you have any doubt, you can ask me in the comments. Thank you.